Hey guys, it's In the Zone with Noah F. And today we're going to be talking about some dark horses for 2021-2022 season. And it's in no order whatsoever of what's the most darkest horse out of all of them. It's not in that order. It's just top 10, but it's not in any order whatsoever. So don't think I'm ranking these. And it's wide receivers and times for this one. I may do ones like for defensive players, but most quarterbacks we know if they're going to be dark horse or not. But some people don't know a lot of these people, so that's why I'm doing wide receivers and times, because there's a lot that many people don't know. But even the dark horse quarterbacks, a lot of people do know. So let's hop into it. Number 1 is going to be Quintez Cephas, I think, and he's with the absence of Marvin Jones and Galladay, there's Tyrell Williams. I don't know if Amendola is on the team. I think he is, but there's not a lot of good people. So I think Cephas, if Williams gets injured, Cephas is going to have a good year if Goff could actually get it to him. Cephas is underrated. I knew he was going to be good coming out of college. I think he has a nice chance of getting lots of yards and touchdowns, and he kind of displayed that with Stafford, that he's a pretty good deep ball, someone to get the ball to. Really, he doesn't have horrible hands. I think he's gonna be, he could be a potential 700-yarder. 5 touchdowns. I think that'd be great. Number 2 is Gabriel Davis. Now everyone's gonna be like, well, Isaiah McKenzie. Did you forget about him? No, he's not a dark horse for that. Gabriel, there's Stephon Diggs, we know that, but Gabriel Davis, he's pretty good at route running. I'm not gonna lie, he's pretty good at that. I think he's a nice guy to get the ball to if Diggs is either injured or he's not in for the snap, or he's double covered, So I think Davis could be a potential 800-yarder, Maybe he's great for getting touchdowns too. So a nice little receiver to get the ball to. Number 3 is Anthony Fercer. After the Jonas Smith edition, no one's been talking about Fercer's value going up. And Fercer showed that he could be a good backup tight end. We saw that in a couple of weeks. So he only has a little bit more to prove, but I think he could display being a good tight end for at least a year. I don't think they should try to draft anybody. Maybe someone like a Brevin Jordan, Freiermuth, but I think we should see how Fercer does and draft Freiermuth or someone like that, or Brevin Jordan, Hunter Long, Tommy Tremble, Kenny Yeboah, someone like that, and see how Fercer does. If Fercer does do good, maybe trade that tight end away. I don't know, but trade the tight end if they drafted a tight end away. I don't know, but yeah, I think Fercer is underrated massively. Number 4 is Jamison Crowder. And all of you are going to be like, Jamison Crowder's a wide receiver 1. Why? Why do you have him on a dark horse sheet? He was overrated before, but there's everyone's like, oh, Corey Davis, oh, he looked cool, oh, no. I think if they get a good quarterback, Crowder's going to stand out of all of them. Corey Davis is a good medium route runner, but Crowder is good to connect on the short ball or long ball. He's a pretty solid receiver. People are underrating him. People ain't talking about him. I think Crowder is good, and if he proves that this year, then that proves that he's a good receiver. He's a great receiver in this league. I think he's a dark horse. Number 5 is Gerald Everett. I know all of you are going to be like, that's not a dark horse. Trust me, guys. Russell Wilson can't get the ball to his tight ends, but I think Everett's a good red zone tight end. And the Seahawks know that too. If even if they could connect a 30-yarder to him for a touchdown, it's great. I think he's a dark horse to be a top tight end in this league. He's not a dark horse to do good, but he's a dark horse to be a top tight end in this league. Yeah. Number 6 is Cameron Batson. Now you know him. He's now the wide receiver 3 for the team with the loss to Corey Davis. Or is he the wide receiver 2? I'm pretty sure I think he's the wide receiver 2 if I'm not certain, because they got rid of Humphries too. But it doesn't matter. Wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3. He's gonna line up pretty good in their offense. I don't think they have Khalif Raymond anymore, so that's gone. Or Batson's pretty fast. He's now their kick return now. I think, with no doubt, they're gonna draft a receiver in the class, but he could be a good slot receiver. A nice slot receiver, a nice kick returner. I'm not expecting him to get over 700 yards, but he's gonna get a lot of overall yardage for his great athleticism. So I like Batson this year. Number 7 is Jacob Hollister. He signed with the Bills. Josh Allen, he could get to anyone. He just doesn't like the Titans as much, but Hollister, he showed in 2019 that he can be a good tight end, not just in the red zone, but even a midfield target. I think it's Dawson Knox. Dawson Knox did not prove that he could be a good tight end in this league. Jacob Hollister, I think, has a little bit more to prove, but I think Hollister did pretty good in 2019. I think he's gonna maybe replicate that, or he will replicate that in 2021-2022 season. Okay, number 8 is Quan Smith. He's now officially the wide receiver 2 for the New Orleans Saints. And again, with Batson, they're probably going to draft a receiver. That's probably going to take the wide receiver 2 role, but I think he could be a good slot receiver, maybe even a good punt returner, because who wouldn't want that? And he was the wide receiver 3 for the Saints, and he did pretty productive. And we know that Saints players get injured through thick or thin, So I think Jameis Winston, I know he throws a lot of interceptions, but he could get the ball to anyone. And he showed that in Tampa Bay. So, yeah, I think that's going to be perfect. Another New Orleans Saints, and he's a tight end, Adam Troutman. I love Adam Troutman out Dayton, I think, from Dayton, Ohio College. He did pretty splendid. He was one of my most underrated people coming out of the 2020 draft. So I think Troutman has a lot more to prove, but I think I think he's a dark horse to get a few touchdowns. And again, Jameis Winston got to O.J. Howard. I think he'll get to Adam Troutman, no doubt. I don't know if they're going to draft another tight end. I don't think they should. They should stick with Troutman. Sorry, guys, I'm running out of breath. Number 10 is Miles Boykin. Miles Boykin, underrated receiver on the Ravens. Willie Snead's gone, so that's a big loss. And again, without doubt, they're gonna draft a receiver. And if they do again, he could play the slot. Devin Duvernay is not fit to be a receiver. He's fit to be like a kick and punt returner, So I think he could be, even if he is the wide receiver too, I think he's pretty solid target. He gives the team pretty decent depth, I think. And I know I said most of these are going to be slot receivers, but they may not be. Only time will tell. The wide receiver 2 could get injured and they could be promoted for a couple weeks. You never know, so watch out for Miles Boykin. Honorable mentions are Demarcus Robinson, but lots of people know that since he's going to be the wide receiver 2, his value is going to go up a lot. I was actually going to put Byron Pringle in there, but I don't think his value will get really much better. I think that the Chiefs released him. I'm not quite sure, but yeah. Josh Reynolds, but a lot of people know that his value is going to go up in Tennessee. Batson's the wide receiver 3. Okay, I just remembered. Sorry, guys, I forget sometimes. But yeah, Batson's actually the wide receiver 3. But yeah, he could be a good slot receiver for them for sure. I don't think they should draft a receiver, but yeah. And then Sammy Watkins, he's washed basically. He's getting old. He should retire this year, in my opinion. But again, Boykin. I think Watkins is gonna get injured without doubt. That's why I put Boykin on here. He won't just be a slot receiver, but Watkins is gonna get injured. one of the most frail receivers in the league. He's old. They may bench him. I think Boykin could display that he could be a great receiver, But yeah, and I know most of these are slot receivers, so you could be like, no, these players aren't gonna explode. I could care less if they explode. I'm just saying that they're a dark horse that they can explode. I'm not saying they're going to. I'm not saying that they will. I'm just saying they have a chance to. Not just now, but in the future. Not just now. I'm just saying they may not do it this year, but I'm saying they could show it this year that they have a chance to. So it may not. So this is my list for 2021-2022 dark horses. And again, they may not break out this year, but they may show that they can, and they may do it in the future. So that's why I put people like Boykin, Trotman, Batson, Cephas. That's why I put these people on here, because they showed that they could break out. They may not break out this year, but they could show it. So I have a purpose to this list. Trust me, boys. But okay, bye everybody, and remember, subscribe to Finn's Pod, or else Tua Tagovailoa's gonna run over your favorite player, and I mean bowl over. He's gonna Derrick Henry your favorite player per se. And if your favorite team is the Dolphins, then forget it. He's not gonna bowl them over. But anyway, bye guys. Peace. It's in the zone with no F. And remember, football's